Okay, here is a Khan Academy called Systems of Equations with Substitution. So what we do here is we use the information that's given to us to solve for what x and y is equal to. So this is basically where do these two linear functions cross each other on a graph. So the solution here would be their point of intersection. Now the point of intersection would be something like, there it is, something like x comma y, right? So all this is just having you separate the two coordinates, x and y. That's all they're asking for here, basically. But using this with substitution, this is how you want to try to solve this. So since here they tell me x is equal to 2y, and since this is a system, all of the x's are equal and all of the y's are equal. So if this x equals 2y, then so does that x up above. So we can rewrite, whoops, I need to go back to pen. We can rewrite this as negative 4x plus 11y equals 15. But instead of the x there, we're going to write 2y because the x, down below is equal to 2y. So we can substitute that out for x. And now we have a function that only has y values in it, so we can solve for y. So negative 4 times 2y is negative 8y plus 11y equals 15. Now remember to pause throughout the video and jot these notes down if I'm going too fast for you. Negative 8y plus 11y is positive 3y, still equal to 15. And then if we divide both sides by 3, to get that y by itself, 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we have 1y equals 5. So this is half of our coordinate. Now we know that y equals 5. So now we know this, we have to solve for x. Now we can plug y equals 5 or the 5 in for y in either of these equations up here. But you want to look at it and see, okay, which one would be the easiest one to plug 5 into for y to solve for x? Well, this bottom one here already has x by itself. This equation is x equals 2y. So we could just take this y, how this y equals 5, and substitute in 5 for this y. So now we're going to have x, I keep doing that, I'm sorry. So now we're going to have x equals 2. Instead of y here, we're going to put a 5. So this tells me that x equals 10. So the other solution here is 10. So this point where these two lines would intersect is at 10, 5. And let's test this. So remember, I really like you guys to use Desmos graphing to put in linear equations to find what their solution is. Because really right now, I'm really wanting you to understand what a solution is, and it's an intersection of two lines on a graph because they both share that same point on their lines. So if I go ahead and type these two equations into Desmos, so let me make this bigger. So if we have negative 4x plus 11y equals 15, and we also have x equals 2y. These are two linear functions. They're just not written in x equals mx plus b form. You see here their point of intersection is at 10, 5. Is that the same thing we got before with substitution? We got that x is 10 and the y is 5. So yes, we did get the right solution. This is their point of intersection. So make sure that you are taking notes while you do this, or you watch this video and while you do this assignment, because there's lots to learn from it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type that answer in here, 10, 5. And there we go. So let's do one more here. Now this one gives us what y equals. So once again, this is a system. So if y here equals negative 4x, then this y here also equals negative 4x. So let's go ahead and substitute that in. We have 8x plus 5y equals 24. I'm going to draw a little line here for our equal sign. So we have 8x plus 5, but we know what y equals. Y is equal to negative 4x, which is all equal to 24. So all we did here was substitute out the y for negative 4x. Okay, so now we have to simplify. This is still just 8x, but then we have plus 5 times negative 4x. So that is a negative 20x equals 22. Oh, I'm sorry, 24. I have no idea where I got 22 from. This is still a 24. I just totally wrote that wrong. 24, 24. Okay, so 8x minus 20x is negative 12x. Sorry, you guys can probably hear Macy pacing in the background. It's like, why do you come home and still work, Mom? So now we have to get the x by itself. So divide both sides by negative 12. Negative 12 divided by negative 12 is just 1x equals negative 2. 24 divided by negative 12 is negative 2. So now I know that x is negative 2. And now I have to solve for y, and it's super convenient because this one already tells us that y equals negative 4x. And now we know that x equals negative 2. So we're going to plug in negative 2 for x. So negative 4 times whatever x equals, which is negative 2. So y equals positive 8. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. So our solution on the point of, like, what the point of intersection is on the graph is negative 2, 8. So let's check our work by putting this equation into Desmos. So we have 8x plus 5y equals 24. I always write these on another piece of paper so that I don't have to click back and forth because I don't remember the entire equation. So you guys should always have a scratch paper or something to use. So the first one was 8x plus 5y equals 24. And then we also had y equals negative 4x. So we see right here, our point of intersection, which is our solution, is negative 2, 8. So let's see here, did we get x equals negative 2 and y equals 8? Yes, we did. And we had gotten the point to negative 2, 8. So that is the solution, and this is what it would look like on the graph. It's where they intersect. So Desmos graphing is a very useful tool. So let's just hide this. Let's make sure we got it right here, negative 2, 8. Yep. And again, even if you guys get it right, looking through a step-by-step solution done by Khan Academy is a good way to find more strategies to solve problems. There might be some tips or tricks that they have that I might not have done it that way. Remember, there's never only one way to solve a problem. So please always look at the hints, even if you think you've got it, look and see if there's something new to learn there. Because you want to learn as many strategies as you can, so then you have more ways to solve problems that you're faced with. Okay, well, I hope this helped you out. Email me if you need any further